Have you ever felt like you were living in a season of limbo? Perhaps you are facing a sudden job loss, a health struggle that won't retreat, or a relationship that feels like it's fractured beyond repair. In those moments, the future doesn't look like a bright horizon. It feels like a thick, impenetrable fog. We find ourselves asking the heavy questions. Is there a plan for all of this? Does God see where I am right now? We often fear that our current struggle is our final destination. We feel displaced, as if we've been detoured from the life we were supposed to live. This feeling of being lost, or perhaps even forgotten by the divine, is one of the heaviest burdens a heart can carry. It breeds anxiety and a deep-seated fear of what tomorrow might bring. But today we are going to look at a promise that was spoken directly into the heart of that very kind of despair. A promise that reminds us that our now is not our forever. Take a deep breath and let these words, spoken by the Creator of the universe through the prophet Jeremiah, settle into your spirit. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Listen to that assurance once more. Plans to prosper you, to give you hope and a future. To truly feel the weight of this promise, we must understand its history. God didn't speak these words to people who were comfortable. He spoke them to the Israelites while they were in exile in Babylon. They had lost everything, their homes, their temple, and their freedom. They were living in a foreign land, surrounded by a culture that did not know their God. And here is the staggering part. God told them they would be in that exile for 70 years. This wasn't a promise of an immediate escape or a quick fix to their problems. It was a promise of His presence within the pain. God was telling His people that even in a place they didn't want to be, He had not abandoned the blueprint of their lives. His plans to prosper weren't about immediate wealth, but about the ultimate spiritual welfare of His people. He was teaching them that hope and a future are anchored in His unchanging character, not in our changing circumstances. Even when we are waiting, God is working. This perspective changes everything for us today. When you cannot see the next step, you can choose to trust the one who sees the whole journey. Trusting in divine providence means believing that God's definition of good is far deeper and more lasting than our own. We often want a map with every turn marked out, but God offers us His hand instead. When your path is unclear, remember that the architect of your soul is not surprised by your current detour. He uses the seasons of exile, those times of loneliness, transition, or not yet, to refine our character and deepen our roots. Your current struggle is not a sign that God has finished with you. It is often the very ground where He is planting the seeds of your future. Hope is not the absence of problems. It is the confidence that God is moving in the midst of them. Trust that His intention for you is restoration, not destruction. Before we close, I want you to take a moment of silence. Think of the one situation causing you the most anxiety right now. Visualize it clearly. Now imagine placing the words of Jeremiah 29:11 over that situation like a shield. Plans to prosper you, to give you hope and a future. How does that truth change your perspective? If this message brought you peace, please like, share, and comment with a situation where you are choosing to trust God's plan today. In our next episode, we will discuss the Great Commandment, loving God and loving our neighbors. Until then, walk forward in the confidence that your future is in His hands.